Marlon Vera got a KO with 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the third round in a fight that Marlon Vera was most likely going to win by decision. At least I think. And it's funny, before the fight, I was talking to my friend, I was like, dang. Or when we were talking about these bets, I was like, I don't know what's worse. A split decision loss or a first round KO. And clearly this is probably worse than either of those, because he was on the way to win this decision. At least I think so. And he gets the KO with a minute left. And I was going to win $240. That would have been my biggest win ever, I think, for $8. Anyways, get on to the next one. That was one of the ones that I was serious about. This next one I was pretty serious about as well. Rose by submission and Kamaru by KO. Both of those actually were fairly close. Kamaru almost got a knockout, I think. And Rose, she wasn't that close to submission, but I was saying in this video, in the video I posted earlier, Rose would have a grappling advantage, which she did, at least when she was on top. And she was, I don't think she was that close to getting submission, because Weili's defenses were really, really good. But I had said that if Rose had just taken this fight to the floor instead of trying to stand up with Weili, who's a really good striker, I said if she had just taken her down, she could have wrote out an easy decision. And you saw that, I think, in the later rounds. Rose, when she was on top of Weili, it was pretty easy stuff. Like, just maintain position, maintain control, and she could have won every single round like that. But thanks to Rose for making the fight more exciting and not doing that, I guess. Obviously, it's her decision to do whatever she wants. She's the fighter. But it was a really good fight nonetheless. Next one was a three-legger. This one was not that serious. It was Pereira by KO, Rose by KO, Kamaru by KO. Plus 2,000 odds. Wagered 5. Lost that, obviously. I'm not even gonna... I guess I'll read this one. Rose or Weili to win in 3 rounds 4 or 5. Kamaru by majority decision. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know it said majority decision. I thought it said unanimous decision. That was plus 7,000 odds. This next one was Rose by submission in 3 or 4. Kamaru by KO in 4 or 5. That was $5 to win 1,000. Didn't hit. Another junk one. And these next two are the ones that hit. Had Rose by points and Kamaru by points. That was plus 1,300 odds. So I wagered $7 to get back $101. So that one was really good hit. Made my money back on all my other parlay losses, and then some. And this next one is mainly the predictions that I'll probably share with you that are most likely going to hit. It was my 5-leg moneyline parlay. I like to do a moneyline parlay with all the fighters I think are going to win, as well as a bunch of smaller parlays, like 2 or 3-leggers with really high odds. But anyways, this 5-leg parlay was actually plus 740 odds, pretty decent. Wagered only like $8 though, $7. So I kind of wish I wagered more, but these are all the picks that I had in my last video. In terms of money line, I had Pereira, Gaethje, Vera, Rose, and Kamaru. They all hit. Rose was the only underdog on this one, so can't call myself like a master UFC sports bettor. Obviously, those just a bunch of favorites on that parlay, but you know, plus 700 is pretty good odds. If I had wagered like $20, I would have made a lot more, but you know, what can you do? I'm not a high stakes sports bettor, so yeah, in total I wagered $70 on the night, and I ended the night with 160, so I made like $90. Really good in my opinion. If you're like a high stakes wager and you bet like $1,000, let's say, you would have made a lot more. Obviously, you would have made like 9 times that. So if you like these videos, hopefully like and subscribe, and I can share my picks with you and you can make some easy money. Again, if I share these picks with you, don't blame me if they don't hit, and really don't bet too much on these like 2-3 leggers. most of them are not going to hit. You only get lucky with one or two, like I did. I guess I only won two, and I had like, let me see, like 8 different parlays. So maybe if this video does good, I can go back and check on my, not all of them, but some of my bigger hits, and share with you kind of how much I've won, how much I've lost. I will tell you that overall I'm definitely up a lot more. I have actually never, like in my sports betting, I've never gone negative. So yeah, I've made at least like a few hundred off just small stakes wagering. And that says a lot. Like if you're wagering 10 times what I am, your returns will be a lot more. So if these videos do good, I'll probably just do one of these for every pay-per-view, maybe even some of the smaller cards. Just a little bit harder for the smaller cards because it's usually fighters I'm not super confident in betting on. Not because they're not good fighters, just because I'm not too familiar with their skill sets. And usually when I pick fights, I look at their skill sets, how good they are, how they win fights. And you can usually, if you're familiar with them, you can kind of gauge how the fight will go. For example, like I said with the Rose Weili fight, I said if Rose gets on top of her, grapples with Weili, she's gonna have an advantage. She's gonna ride out an easy decision, and you kind of saw that towards the end. Like she could have done that. She showed what she could have done for 5 rounds, but she only did in like 1 round. Anyways, same with, I also said the same, not the same thing, but I said for the Gaethje fight, Chandler wasn't gonna land his big shots, which he didn't really land, and Gaethje would probably win, which he did. I thought there would be KO, but Chandler is just, he surprised me. He had way more, not more heart, but he could take more damage than I thought he could. And the Kamaru fight, I figured it would be pretty similar to the first fight, which it was. It was almost the same. The only thing that was different was there was more grappling, I guess, and even then there still wasn't a lot of that. But yeah, that was really a good matchup there. I was not I knew Marlon Vera would win. I was not expecting a KO like that, and that won't hurt me. But yeah, it was a pretty good weekend of fights, I'd say. I guess that's it for this video. Like and subscribe again, please. Helps out a lot. And I'll start posting more of these and with my predictions and which bets I think can make you some money. So thanks for watching.